Have you ever wondered what the royal family absolutely refuses to eat? Not what they love, but what they quietly avoid at all costs. From a queen who banned an entire ingredient from the palace, to a king who outlawed a luxury food worldwide, and princes who struggle with even basic spice. Let's go through the royal family and uncover what they secretly hate eating. Starting with the man at the top, King Charles. King Charles is disciplined, detail-obsessed, and deeply passionate about organic living. He's not just a king, he's someone who carefully controls what goes into his body. But there's one luxury food he completely banned: foie gras. As Prince of Wales, he wrote to animal welfare groups in 2008 that his chefs should not buy foie gras. Despite being a delicacy around the world, Charles refuses to eat it because of animal cruelty concerns. He also avoids processed food and anything artificial. Even small indulgences like refined sugar are minimized. Insiders note he typically skips sugar in tea, preferring honey from his own beehives. For him, it's simple. If it's not natural, it doesn't belong on his plate. Queen Camilla. Camilla is warm, traditional, and loves simple comfort food. But there's one thing she absolutely won't tolerate: garlic. She's openly admitted it's a complete no-no, especially during royal duties. The reason? The smell. In a world where every conversation matters, even garlic breath is unacceptable. Prince William. Prince William is calm, grounded, and surprisingly relatable. But when it comes to food, he has one major weakness. He struggles with spicy food. While the rest of his family enjoys heat, William keeps things mild. In a 2023 radio interview, he joked that when Kate cooks curry, he "can't do too much spice. I start sweating. It's not attractive." Anything too spicy is a problem, especially before public events. For a future king, staying comfortable matters more than impressing anyone with bold flavors. Catherine, Princess of Wales. Catherine is health-conscious, disciplined, and very balanced in her lifestyle. She enjoys good food, but avoids anything that feels heavy or excessive. During a 2026 visit to a British Indian restaurant, she said, "I love coriander and chili," and that she's okay with spice. She tends to stay away from greasy, overly rich meals, especially in public. She declined sugar in her tea on camera and generally eats in moderation. In summary, Kate's only noted food dislike is probably excessive sweetness or richness. Otherwise, she embraces healthy, flavor-rich meals. Prince Harry. Prince Harry is relaxed, adventurous, and far less formal than the rest. But even he has foods he doesn't enjoy. One reported dislike? Lobster. While many see it as luxury, Harry has been known to avoid it. In the trailer for Meghan's Netflix show, she casually drops, "You know who doesn't like lobster? My husband," implying Harry won't touch it. And like other royals, he's cautious with shellfish in general due to health risks. Even a prince doesn't want food poisoning ruining his day. Meghan Markle. Meghan is modern, health-focused, and very intentional about what she eats. Her approach is clean, balanced, and mindful. She avoids processed and overly artificial foods. She has shared that she follows a structured wellness plan. For years, she started her day with a clean cleanse protein shake and generally avoids processed or refined foods. In fact, the regimen she endorsed specifically warns against gluten, dairy, and overly processed products. Heavy junk food isn't really her style, at least not regularly. For Meghan, food isn't just taste, it's lifestyle. Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth was the definition of discipline and tradition. She didn't experiment with food, she controlled it. And she had one of the strictest bans of all: garlic and strong onions. They were completely removed from royal kitchens during her reign. Why? Because strong smells were considered inappropriate for royal interactions. Her Majesty preferred plain, simple fare. She largely avoided starchy or heavy foods.
no pasta, minimal potatoes or rice, and often skipped heavy midday meals to keep her energy up. Her usual choices were grilled or poached fish with vegetables or light salads. For the queen, food was never just food. It was protocol.
Princess Anne. Princess Anne is known as the most practical and no-nonsense royal. She doesn't care about trends, luxury, or what looks fancy on a plate. In fact, what she avoids says a lot about her personality. Anne stays away from overly fancy, experimental, or high-end gourmet food. While others might enjoy delicate presentations and complex flavors, she prefers simple, traditional meals. There's even a famous insight from royal chefs that she's perfectly fine eating things most people would reject, like overripe bananas. Chefs were instructed to leave bananas out until they turned completely black before serving them to her. That tells you everything. She doesn't hate food because of taste. She dislikes unnecessary complexity. For Anne, food is fuel, not fashion. Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew has always followed a more traditional royal lifestyle. He's less expressive publicly, especially when it comes to personal preferences. But like many senior royals, his dislikes are shaped more by rules than taste. He avoids garlic and strong-smelling foods, especially during official duties, not because he can't eat them, but because royal protocol discourages anything that could affect close interactions. There are also reports that he prefers well-cooked, classic meals, meaning he avoids things like undercooked or rare meat, foods that carry any risk, like certain shellfish. For Andrew, it's not about craving or hating. It's about maintaining a controlled, formal image at all times. Prince Edward. Prince Edward is the most private and reserved of the royal siblings, and his eating habits reflect that same quiet discipline. Unlike younger royals who experiment with food, Edward sticks closely to tradition. He avoids garlic and strong odors, following royal etiquette. Shellfish, especially while traveling, due to food safety risks. Rare or undercooked meats. But what's more interesting is what he doesn't do. He doesn't chase bold flavors or modern food trends at all. Edward tends to stay away from overly spicy or experimental dishes, preferring safe, classic British meals instead. His approach is simple. No risks, no surprises, no attention. What's fascinating is this. The royal family doesn't avoid foods just because they dislike them. They avoid them because of image, health, and centuries of tradition. From garlic being completely banned to luxury foods being rejected on principle, their plates are controlled far more than you'd expect. So the next time you think royalty means unlimited choices, remember, even kings and queens have a long list of foods they simply can't eat. Which of these surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.